Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. And the list of names suggests that what we have in front of us here, Jim, is a 3-5-2 formation.
It's a setup that's been enjoying quite a renaissance in recent times, and one that complements the counter-attack very nicely, with two strikers, two wing-backs, and potentially two runners from central midfield. You can understand its attraction because it really can get the numbers into the opposition's box, and equally, it can get the numbers back into your own.
And that is expertly dealt with. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the outstanding defender, Mark Gahey, may not be one of the biggest at 6 feet, but he has a calmness and maturity that gives him a real edge, Peter. I think he's also shown remarkable consistency and leadership in recent years.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And he goes cross-field. Rice.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Hakimi. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Italy are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Pedri. Great defending, strong and determined. Threads one in. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Mbappe. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Vitinha. For Rice. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Lucas Paqueta makes a dash for it. Nuno Mendes. That is good progress on the left. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Partey. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
James. And here's Haaland. Haaland! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rice goes short. That's tidy. Vitinha. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Pedri. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Just about within shooting range. Hakimi. Lucas Paqueta. And it's James. Gabriel. And it's Hakimi. Pedri. That's Partey. Now it's Mbappe. Vitinha. And it's Rice. And Mendes. Vitinha. Lucas Paqueta. And here's Mbappe. Pedri. And it's half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Borussia Dortmund really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Borussia Dortmund have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And he whips it in. It's just beyond his reach. Gabriel. Borussia Dortmund do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
He's had it taken off him. And it's Paqueta.
That's good play from him.
And he's making progress on the ball. Rice. Goes looking wide. And it's made its way to him. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. This looks promising. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. And here's Mbappe. Nuno Mendes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Rice. Here's Vitinha. Potw. Nuno Mendes. Shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 5.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 4, il numero 22. Messi, il numero 7.
It is
Attenzione
still
al cambio.
anyone's game, 0-0. Now it's Vitinha. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. And it's Vitinha. Partey. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Messi is behind this one.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Look at the chance! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Borussia Dortmund perhaps contemplating their next change here. Eze, and it's Rice. Eze. Oh, nice touch. And here's Trossard.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, what a shooting chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Trossard, good strong midfield running here. To McAllister. Nice looking ball. Potw makes the interception.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Dembele, can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way. Nuno Mendes. Rice. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Rice with the short one. And he's in on goal. And and he shoots! Oh, he's done it! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! And we're done. Borussia Dortmund have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Trossard claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Borussia Dortmund have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Portugal have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack.
Oh, great leap! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? And he's gone backward here. Hakimi plays it in. He's there and gets it away. Tries to pass it through. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Ekitike is onto this. João Neves. Dembele. Now João Neves. Eze. Ruben Dias did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. João Neves, and it's Dembele. Eze, who does have an assist to his name, and here's Haaland. Now it's Eze. He is just caressing the ball. Eze stood his ground strongly. Van Dijk. Ruben Dias. Front-footed pressing going on here. Eze. Tries from distance. Pedri. And it's Hakimi. Ruben Dias. And Mendes. Partey. Van Dijk. And it's Vitinha. And Hakimi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vitinha. Partey. Eze. João Neves. Rice. Oh, good take in a good area. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. Rice plays it short. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get on the end of this? And Dijk deals with that comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hakimi. Haaland! Denied by an instinctive save.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Rice goes short. And he shoots! Hakimi. That's a good foray he's making. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Now it's Haaland. Eze. Vitinha gets a foot in here. Mbappe, good purposeful running this. Eze chooses to go crossfield. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And it's Hakimi. Rice. Eze. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Partey. And it's Pedri. Nuno Mendes. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Nuno Mendes. Partey.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Nuno Mendes hangs one in. And that has been knocked clear. This possibly the last play of the half. And he's taking no chances there. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Borussia Dortmund go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Borussia Dortmund are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Koundé. Borussia Dortmund come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Partey. And here's Messi. Great vision. And he's there to clear it. And they've been given a corner. Portugal have their second corner now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's a really well-measured ball. Messi's cross. Tacho is there, and he can get that clear. Dembele. That pass has been well intercepted. Koundé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Strokes it back. And it's Mendes. Mbappe! Bullish header! Off the post! It's a goal! Portugal are level! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Borussia Dortmund still have the cards to affect this game. That's an imaginative pass. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Koundé and Guehi. Tacho. Trossard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Partey did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. And that is a little undercooked. Distributed tidily. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Now he's off and running. João Neves. And it's Neves. Half an hour gone in the second half. Is there any support? Can he finish? Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Messi.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Pedri. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Terrific save by Manuel. That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
So, third corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. And it's Mendes. He's having a pop! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Partey clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Trossard being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Lucas Paqueta. Not the most convincing of passes. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior running with intent.
Borussia Dortmund can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. And here's Pedri. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Vamos
A
ter
few of his
3
teammates
minutos
are
de
quite
compensação.
furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Barcola has been caught there, it's a foul. Partey. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And that will be it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
Caros espectadores, pedimos que para a vossa segurança,
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Borussia Dortmund clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness. They'd identified that and never really let go.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.